now, it's time for the LJN Fight Night Podcast. Hosted by The Plan, Zash Man. The Victorian, Brother Brutus Valentine. And everyone's favorite man, all up in smoke, Duarte the Pot. Ladies and gentlemen, they're ready to rumble, so let's go to the studio. Take it away, Zash Man.
Oh, yeah!
Welcome, boys. We've got one hell of an episode today. And the Texas Rattlesnake is our new co-host.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, lads, what's been happening? Talk to me, Dwight.
So for a second, I saw Brutus go off, so I thought something happened with the screen. And I just noticed I was saying that Kevin put on the finest jacket that he has as his first day on the job. You know, he dressed the part. He had his cowboys in the back. Roddy Piper kilt all over his back, eh?
What's the story with that, Kev? Talk to us.
What?
Your attire.
Oh man, I'm just a Piper fan. He's in my Mount Rushmore of talent.
I was gonna say because you said that it was your mom that makes the kilts or makes clothing for the figures. I was gonna say, did your mom make the jacket with the rest of the material they use for the kilts for the figures for yourself?
Good. She's a master seamstress.
I know, that's pretty crazy, man. I saw I think you showed me a Ric Flair robe that she did. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's pretty badass. What you
Get
just
all your jackets, robes, kilts, and shirts. Holler at me.
Brutus, what's happening?
Oh, apart from the sound dropping in and out, but I'm back now. What's happening in my life? The same as ever. I got one of the things Duarte really likes. He likes unopened boxes.
that's from that's what's it called again? A Nick Hale's box. I could tell by the tape.
Fragile.
Really? Oh, you're unbelievable. You're absolutely correct there.
That's not the leg lamp from Christmas Story, is it?
Yeah, that's 100%. If I'm gonna guess, that's probably Sensational Sherry.
And there was also one he was holding for me, which didn't need to be sent until further down the track. Gee, he packs it really well.
Yeah. Brutus loves unboxing on screen, eh?
Well, I
What
leave
better
them
way to
until-
start an episode?
I leave them until the next show because I remember you saying, Duarte, that you get into them straight away.
Pardon? Oh yeah, right away.
Yeah.
There's no way. If I order something, I'm not gonna leave it in the box for weeks at end. The moment I get in the house, I open the package.
Shit, I tackle the mailman as soon as he pulls up.
That's a nice one.
Sensational Sherry as a wrestler.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because we get lots of Queen Sherries and they're fantastic.
Yeah. What's the second one that you got?
She was even better wrestler.
Wendy.
Wendy, yes.
Lovely.
Yep,
Those
so
two
next-
girls come to mind every time I think of female wrestlers.
Yeah. And Adrian Adonis.
Yeah, Adrian Adonis.
Well, good boxing. But we've got two pretty wicked guests coming on the show today.
Bring them on.
Are you guys getting an echo, or is it just me?
I've got an echo.
I got an echo too.
I'm struggling today, but all right, guys. Without further ado, let's bring on our guests.
I know that strut. I know you ain't come for me. Check off the latest. You know they want it. I see you walking. I know that strut. I know you ain't come for me. Check off the latest. You know they want it. You
Well, damn. There it is.
LJN book by Brutus Valentine.
Smash Ventura.
How much I love this LJN book.
Smash
One of the reasons
Ventura,
why I love this LJN book is because everyone in it's rubber. There's no pregnancy. We're on the air. Woo!
Let's go over to our next host, December. Oh, hello, December.
Woo!
You know what? I was ready to host, but then I kept hearing the Stone Cold theme song, and then I'm like, okay, this is like what is his name? Kevin Owens promo. And I'm like so over it. You guys want to pull that? Like, we're not in Texas, so whatever.
Did you hear
I
that?
want a better theme song, and no, I'm talking. You don't talk right now. I need a better theme song, and then you don't interrupt me when I have my promo going on. So give me a theme song, or don't bring me on at all.
Thank you, Miss December, and you are completely right. We apologize. We certainly did not mean to offend a lady of your caliber. Are you dressed for the occasion today?
Yes.
Can we see?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm married. I'm very married. Very, very married.
I match.
Look
nice.
That
That's
is.
wicked to have a figure.
You're married. I'm amazed. But whatever.
And has the belt as well, right? That's the.
Hey,
The
Zash.
figure has the belt. I don't have the belt.
Hey,
Technically, I still should, but whatever.
Zash, next time I'm on this show, I want a Family Feud thing up on the board that shows how often that me and Mrs. Smash knock boots. Survey says, this morning. No kidding.
Now, Brutus, you're a big wrestling fan of old school. December is what I would class as a mid-school wrestler. What do you reckon, December?
Mid-school? Like, I went to regionals. You can't be in mid-school to go to regionals. You have to be at least in high school for that. Or they not have that by you. I know that you guys' toilet water flushes differently, so they might not have that where you are.
It does go the
only thing that I know is that you guys have koala bears and Vegemite, and that's like pretty much it. Other than that, we're pretty much similar.
I wouldn't know. I've never been to America. But Brutus, chime in.
There's potato chips, and our soft drinks are bigger. That's soda pop.
What?
But other than that, like our cultures are pretty similar.
And not every creature is trying to kill us.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not hot like at all, at least where I'm from. And then there's also a lot more shopping malls probably. And then our neighbor is like 5 feet away.
And we don't have beavers mixed with ducks that are venomous.
Ducks go quack. And they live in Anaheim. And they're coached by Emilio Estevez.
I love Emilio Estevez.
I was like, Emilio!
So how did the figure come to get made, Zash?
Yeah.
Of December? What's the backstory with that?
Well, I'd tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Perfect.
See, everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Yeah, I just want to know the backstory of how December Lays got an LJN figure. Like,
I made two of them. One for our boy Jeff Betts, who actually organized this whole thing, and New December, and one for December.
I love that.
And now I've had, I reckon, about 50 people message me wanting one of these figures.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not enough. Get on your keyboards, people. I know there are more of you out there. How dare you?
But what people don't understand is there's probably 40 hours in each figure, so it doesn't really come together.
No, I think that they do. Well, hang on there. I think they do know that these are people that are very dedicated people, because I haven't actively wrestled in about like at least I haven't been in a ring in about 5 years. So they're hardcore December fans, and they usually collect either comics or December memorabilia. They definitely know that to get a December anything like entails like a lot of hardcore work. So I know the December army, like they definitely understand, and they definitely like they know what they're getting into. So all of you December people, I adore you. I love you all. Thank you so much. And thank you for mailing them. It is going to be a lot of hard work, but like even I didn't know that was coming, and I am so impressed with that too. So if you are serious and they are willing to make one, I definitely recommend you getting one because I love mine.
Got a bit of a cult following December.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for that. Like I can't believe that. It's the December disciples are in a huge uprising this year, and I love it. And I don't know if it's been because of the pandemic and me getting online at all, and just saying December things that I said normally when I was in the ring, but it's been quite a ride, and I'm one of those people that it's like once I get a fan or was grateful to have a fan, I wasn't going to forget them ever. So they're still stuck with me.
Nice.
What? I mean, who wouldn't want one of these? You guys did awesome work. Look at this. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Is that your first figure of you or no?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, and someone made like a little like a figurine kind of, but it's like this big, and I was totally blown over when I saw it because nobody really makes things of me like that. I've had like drawings of me, and like people will make like a poster of me. That's happened too, but like this, nothing has been made like that, and I was totally blown away.
What the hell is that?
Where did that one come
That's
from?
definitely not her. That's friggin' Smash.
I need therapy. Who's gonna pay for my bills now for therapy?
And now
It burns! It burns!
That figure has a big grin on his face.
Yeah, Zash.
He's smiling pretty wide there.
Yeah, Zash. Mine's smiling because I know I did bad things. Yours is smiling because you did bad things, and it's like I've got to tell people about it.
So what territory were you in December?
Yeah.
Or like what?
I wrestled primarily in the Midwest. I was in Chicago for the most part. I did wrestle in a total of 9 states.
Nice.
I wrestled for 8.5 years, and Chicago was definitely the main area. A lot of where people might know me from is either Sparkle, which was the Shimmer pre-show, PCW, which was my home fed Pro Championship Wrestling, or I wrestled a couple of times at Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling.
Did you ever wrestle in Canada or no?
No, I got my passport to do it, and I was set to, but I didn't get to, unfortunately. My
Because
passport is good through this year, though. So, like, if anybody, technically, I can, but I am legal to go.
You're legal to go. Just cross the border.
I did. That's how far in advance I was looking to do it. Is like I got my passport already, and I think that there was a booking in talks, but I never got it, unfortunately.
Nice. Did you ever want to be part of the WWF or WWE, whatever it's called?
I wanted to wrestle for WCW in like 1996. So that was the type that I wanted to do. But if you're asking, like, did I ever send tapes in? No. So like I never actively pursued that. I liked wrestling on the indies a lot. It let me interact with fans a lot more. I suppose if I pursued that, maybe there would have been something to come of it, but it really wasn't a goal at the time. AEW now kind of more closely aligns with what I would have been looking for, what like my goal as a worker and as a fan would have been, because that's what I grew up on was WCW. Nice. I just like that the fan interactions are better, and like the characters, and when I learned that you couldn't like slap hands with the fans, that kind of stuff, like that was kind of a turnoff for me. And like, as much as people like, I don't think that people will believe me. I'm like, no, that's the truth. Like, you can't interact with fans like that. I don't
really.
That and a whole bunch of people that no longer work there. They're like, you could pay me $1 million. I would never ever work there again. I'm like, okay, I believe you.
Nice.
December, I was curious. When I broke in as a wrestling announcer, there was an initiation for me amongst the boys in the back. Does that work the same way with lady wrestlers? Was there some sort of initiation you had to go through to be part of the team?
I don't think there's really any initiation for anybody. Like, I'm kind of curious as to what yours was. Like, Like the team that well, my coaches and all that, my trainers and all that, we were kind of like, we all know that people are different. Everybody is. And ours was kind of like, it wasn't like a Frankenstein promotion. Like we would bring in other people. We were like homegrown talent. So we had our own school, and we would occasionally bring in other workers to help build up like the newer guys. Most of the time we had a mix of like of new people, of veterans that would help people. It was a really good group because the veteran people would like our bosses were veterans, so they were there to train. They were there to help build up. So we didn't really like discourage anybody from leaving us. We wanted people to get better, and we wanted to include them, and we wanted to help them grow as wrestlers. So we didn't really have like a hazing or anything like that. Other promotions in the area, they might bring in people that they don't know really well, and some places don't have enough where they can have a school. They have to bring in other people from other places, and that's fine because everybody needs a different kind of show. And sometimes when you put shows together like that, like you have all these incredible matches because everybody's been working like all these accumulative years together. But for our shows, it's like there are newer guys. There are guys that have been working lots of years together. So ours was just kind of like everybody is, you'll see the same people, but you'll see them at different stages in their career type of thing. But hazing, not really. We would rib each other all the time. We'd play jokes on each other, but it was all relatively harmless. Like nobody
I mean, I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea. They didn't take me out to the parking lot and hang me from a flagpole or anything. But all the people I was working with were great guys. I just did the announcing thing, and I remember that first night. They're like, well, Smash. Of course, they didn't call me Smash back then, but that adorable picture Zash put up of that handsome young man that's long gone. But they're like, so we need to figure out that you're one of the boys, and I'm like, okay, I don't have to like kill someone, do I? And they all laughed because I was adorable. It's like, yeah, you kill somebody and that cute. So I had to take a chest chop, no shirt, chest chop from everyone in the locker room. And one of my friends on the roster, he goes, yeah, don't worry about it, man. After the first 6, your chest will be so they'll be fine. Well, the promoter who I was friends with, he comes up and he goes, so you ready? You ready, man, to prove you're one of us? And I go, about as ready as I can be. There was about like 10 or 15 guys there. Yeah, we brought in another 30 guys for an invitational over the top rope battle royal with a co-fed. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, wait, what? So at the end of that, everyone gets done with me, and I managed to still be up on my feet, and I'm like, I can't let my knees buckle. They'll know I'm a wuss. I've got to stand up. But yeah, I was like, my friend was the last one. Big guy, John Candy size, and he's winding up. He's like, oh, I've been waiting for this since we were in 5th grade, man. And he's going like this. He does the big wind up. He steps back. He comes back, and then he goes, bink.
Oh, so they're giving you like with the front, not backward. So they weren't give you the back one. They weren't give you like chops. Oh, wow.
No, it was just straight palm like this, man.
That had to hurt. I thought maybe if they were going the backhander, like a Ric Flair chop, maybe you could withstand, but slaps to the chest. How many guys?
I think it was about, let's see, we had about 40. About 40 hands.
Did any of them give you the angel wings?
The angel wings?
Yeah, it's to the back, the angel wings chop.
No, I would have taken that, but they're all like, no, you got to take the chest chop. And by the end, my chest was like Dolly Parton's. It was just like a giant sword going.
Your chest is swollen now. I would have taken that, but they didn't give it to me.
Well, the upside, I think, December, is that charges could have been pressed. It's like, you want to touch me? Where? Get the heck out of here.
I was going to say, I do have a chop story if you want to listen to it, but I mean, I don't want to monopolize everybody's time. I mean, DDP hasn't spoken yet, so.
Me, I was been talking the whole time. Brutus hasn't said a word. The guy above you, Texas Rattlers.
Oh, Brutus won't shut the hell up over there.
He's on mute.
What was the average size venue you wrestled at?
Huh?
What was the average size venue you wrestled at?
Average size ring?
Venue.
You said the average size venue.
Venue, okay. I would usually do it in like 200 attendance. It did. I mean, it's indie wrestling, so I've wrestled anywhere from 3 in attendance to 2,000.
Those are my favorite. I don't really need the big arenas with the explosions and the flashing lights and all that, and people zip line into the ring. Hell, they can just step out from behind the curtain. I'm there to see the talent.
Like I loved the 200 in attendance though, because you know that those people wanted to be there. Like they weren't dragged there by their friends. They weren't getting like super drunk and just they're like I'm gonna get drunk and see people that I don't know, that I don't care about, that I'm not going to care about ever. Like I'm taking my kids to have a good time with my family. This is less expensive than going to the theaters. I'm going to get my money's worth, and I'm going to talk about this on Monday to people, and it's going to mean a lot to me. And they're going to get pictures with everybody on the way out, and we're going to make sure that they have a good time, and that was important to me.
I've never been to an indie show, but there's not much, there's never been many shows that come near me. Like, right? Because we just get like the main ones that come right to Toronto, right? Like all the ones, the big ones, right? So there's not really much indie around here.
You need to go to Hamilton.
Wait a minute, guys. Let's double back. So, December, your chop story.
Well, yeah. Well, really quick, with the indie shows, I will say that my my home fed PCW, we made sure that it was family friendly. We didn't want to like overcharge or be total asses to people, because we knew that like even before the economy was like in the dumper. We're just like, people have kids. A lot of them are single moms. They're looking for something to do with their younger kids to do on a night. Some of them, some of them are just looking for something easier to do than the theater to keep their kids entertained. And this is just a better alternative. And then, I was a kid. I loved wrestling. I would have loved to have seen this when I was a kid. I didn't even know that this was an option, to be honest. So like we just.
So you never taped any razor blades to yourself or anything?
That would be insinuating that is something that wrestlers do. How dare you, sir? You are gross.
You should have been in my generation, December.
Zash, I'm going to slap you with my kayfabe. Whack!
But as for the chop story, this goes back to I think that you insinuated something about like you can't touch me there. That's a lawsuit or something.
Yeah. I would be afraid too.
Huh?
I would be afraid too. It's like, you know what? No.
Well, I think that like I'm kind of an anomaly, and that I never really like I don't. There's a whole thing with that, but anyways, I when I was trying to help somebody practice, they were new, they were greener than a pepper tree, as Jim Cornette would say. They were learning to throw me off the ropes, and they were terrified of hitting me in my chest or of touching me there. And they were like, she is a wrestler, you have to treat her like she's a wrestler. Because at my school, everybody was really great with treating me as a wrestler, and I was awesome with that. Like I was very vocal with like, please treat me as a wrestler. Like I'm not expecting any special treatment. I don't want special treatment. I want to be treated as a wrestler.
Yeah.
And like I don't think that people mean to, but when they ask like, how is it for you as a woman? I'm just like reminded that I'm a female worker. I'm like, well, I'm a wrestler, but it's cool.
Yeah.
You can treat me as a wrestler. It's I take the same moves that you guys do. Like I do the same kind of practice. And the only thing that's different about me is my center of gravity. Like I can pick up a chair with my forehead against a wall, but that's like literally the only thing really that's different, but don't get into the whole.
Right. I was going to ask you this. Right. No, I got you there, December. I was curious, what was the scariest bump you've taken?
That was the Mischief was wrestling me with, and she gave me a Death Valley driver from the second rope.
What's that?
Remember Saturn? He would give you the Death Valley driver. Like, so your head is here, and then your legs are here. So
Okay.
got you picked up like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like a fireman's carry, I think.
Yeah. So she's on the second rope, and so imagine her on one side of the second rope and I'm on the other, and she's got me in the air. So like I'm not anywhere. Like I'm on her shoulders. I have no control over where I'm going, basically. And I trust her. She's good. It's just I'm like, oh crap. Like, oh my God. So anyways, I'm pretty short, so anywhere off the ground is high to me. So she's got me, and I'm like, oh shit, it's mischief. I don't want to mess up here. And then she, tosses me. She's slammed me, and I go on the mat. Everything was fine. Like she did everything fine, but like I wrecked my sciatic so bad I couldn't walk out of the ring normally, and it still messes with me today. It's just like an accumulative of all the arm drag bumps and body slams and all that I've taken. It's just not the.
Well, I would have thought a move like that should have been spoken about before the match and practiced.
What, the Death Valley Driver?
Yeah. Or is it spontaneous like they did in the 80s? The matches, they're not planned and stuff, or?
Well, that one, it's like that's pretty much a flip bump move. So it's a move that I know how to take, because pretty much when you do a move, it's a foundation of, there's like 4 basic moves in wrestling that you can build on, and anything else, it's like if you're not really building on those, I think that you're kind of making it more complicated than it needs to be. It's like face bump, back bump, flip bump. I'm on the spot right now because I'm like not thinking clearly, but I think handstand bump is the other one. But if you're handstand bump, and if you're not really building on those, then it becomes like way too complicated after that. But if you build off of those, then you're pretty much good on anything. Just like say, oh, okay, well this is basically this, but you're gonna do this instead. I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that.
The handsome guy to your left, Brutus, the Aussie guy, he's had a question waiting to ask for a little while. Brutus, what's your question?
I'm sorry.
He's got to turn on the mic.
That's okay. I have to turn the mic on because my Zash is saying my connection's causing sound issues.
Well, I think it's fine now. There's no more echo. Yes, there is.
No, there is. I really enjoyed listening to what you were doing there. So I was going to ask Jeffrey Betts, had you ever seen him ringside or anything like that?
Yep. They actually remembered an encounter with me that stuck with them, and I think that might have been one of the reasons why they're so devoted to Miss December. This is one that I remember too. So when he messaged me, like I didn't have any trouble remembering them at all. First of all, they're like, him and his wife Christy are so nice that like I wouldn't be able to forget them anyway, just based off of that. Which, by the way, thank you again, Jeffrey. This is an amazing gift.
Nice.
Like I can't believe the generosity that they've shown me over the years. That this is like,
yeah, he's a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, he is. He really loves wrestling.
And he has a great wrestling collection too.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's a really, like, him and his wife are really great people. They're very generous and they're very sweet, and like them going to a show just meant the world to me as it was. Like I'm just happy when people saw me wrestle and send me a note saying, "Hey, thanks for performing," and that was an awesome thing to watch you do. Like that makes me feel so happy. Like nobody has any idea how much that means to me, just like being able to watch me do what I loved so much to do, and then just like even remembering that I did that makes me feel like you have no idea. So thank you for that. What's up?
Don't say anything. It was your echo.
Oh, okay. I love listening to myself. So he and his wife came to a show and they were ringside one time, and his wife brought pom-poms, and I had mine as well. So I saw her and I walked up to her and I grabbed them and I slammed them on the floor because I was supposed to be the only cheerleader. And I told her that I was the only one that was allowed to have pom-poms, and how dare she, and I stomped off to the ring waving mine in the air. And that she could not have pom-poms. And yes, and I didn't see the reaction. Like, I guess nowadays, like, people might get pissed off at that or sue me or something.
No, but that's part of the thing.
Like, I guess she thought that was really funny, and Jeff told me afterwards, like years afterwards, like when he messaged me, he's like, no, she thought that was hilarious, and that was really funny, and it stayed with us, that like interacted with us.
Had you always worked as a heel, December?
Huh?
Had you always worked as a heel?
For the most part, yeah. Like there were times in the beginning where I'd be a face, but most of the time people saw my work and the promoters, and then they're like, nope, heel. Because I would ask, and they're like, no, heel immediately. I'm like, okay. And also, furthermore,
being a heel,
think that this is an act.
Exactly, because I was muted, but I could hear your initial outburst, and it's just so much more entertaining. And some of these saps on this show need a bit of slapping down.
Yeah, okay, Brutus. Yeah, okay, Brutus.
Hey, Brutus, kiss my Ventura, baby.
It's about time you got some talent on there like December to put you all in your place.
I think Brutus is having a heel turn as we speak.
Yeah, I know.
Brutus started cutting a promo on all of us, and now I'm like legit scared. He's like, let me tell you something, brother.
Yeah, but the problem
if you prefaced it with that, like, I'm like, oh man, now I need to get security.
The problem with a Brutus Valentine promo is that he says a lot of big words, so I'm left going, okay, could you say the thing before the thing?
Would you look at him? He's getting ready to beat someone up.
Look, and he's on mute, and when he's ready to talk, he unmutes himself.
Bring it, Brutus! I want to know the square root of opposite 12 triangle formula thing.
Yeah, I'm talking any smack right now. He's like a viper. He's getting ready to he's tensing up right now.
Yeah.
Put that on mute button.
Big Van Vegemite.
December, I'll let you in on a little secret. I'll let you in on a little secret, December, with Brutus Valentine. His worst enemy is the thumb wrestler King Kong Bundy. Hey, Brutus, remember?
I certainly
that
do,
means something different entirely, Smash. I don't think that you should be doing that.
Oh.
You can get canceled.
God.
Hey,
by the way, Mr. Ventura, I've heard your story about your initiation before. Now, the first time it was 5 guys, then it was 20, now it's 40. So next time it's going to be the whole Chinese nation slapping you around.
Well, you know what? When you're good at what you do, Daddy, everybody wants you. Boom!
Speaking of the neon icon, let's go through a few figures that he has done. I don't know why these figures are covering up the Texas Rattlesnake and December, but
yeah.
I can't help that.
Move the figures over to me and Duarte over here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want your ratings to go down, whatever.
There we go. There we go. That
Brutus for the moment.
I think it's kind of fitting. I'm wearing red and green.
We're going to flip through some figures made by the great Smash Ventura. How can people find your YouTube channel, Smash?
Oh boy, we're living in the 1980s on YouTube. There's also a radio show by the same name, but the YouTube channel has the infamous Smash Ventura TV, which, spoiler alert, I've got December booked.
Well, there you go. She's getting on all the podcasts.
That's right.
Yeah, I get around.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna not chime in on that, but I'm very fond of my parts where they are. Thank you.
You do all the painting?
No, I threw a whole ton of Ted DiBiase's cash at her. Please come on my show.
He didn't. He's lying.
All right, December. I confess.
I'm gonna institute the Jonathan Frakes voice here. It's false. It's a lie. It never happened.
All right, I confess. I gave her a box of Frankenberry cereal from 1985.
Keep lying.
Do I
will bust you out on this. You are so lying.
Oh, do I look like I would lie?
Hey, Smash, do you do all the painting yourself?
Yes, sir.
How many have you made? How many have you made?
Oh, geez.
Well,
a geez, I think the collection's like 400 or so, and most of those are enough for the great Tom Begg to put a pool into the back of his house. So these are all Tom Begg heads right here.
You've paid Warsman's light bills for the next decade.
You got that right. I paid enough for Warsman's family and Tom Begg's family to go to Disneyland at my expense. Wow, Zash,
who's this? Look at the belt. Look at the sticky tape on the belt, holding it together. That reminds me of my childhood right there.
That looks like a weight belt.
Yes, sir, it is. I'll tell you a quick story. I don't want to take up too much time, but
is that a homemade belt? Is that like a real belt?
I'll tell you a real. I'll tell you a real story. So I had the foam WWF belt that they sold at the arenas back then, and in the catalog. And my dad, God bless him, he got a weightlifting belt. He tried to dye it black. He tried his damnedest to dye it black, and it just wouldn't dye black. So it ended up that brown color. And I peeled that plate off of the foam plate and duct taped it to the weightlifting belt.
That's the hardcore championship.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's me back in 1989, I think it is. Hey, December, take a good look. That's the show you're going on.
If anything happens to me, call Dateline.
What could happen to you? Oh my! And speaking of which, so there's I don't want to take up too much time, but I still have that Hogan board. In fact, it's right behind me somewhere. But yeah, that's me in 1989.
Such a foreshadowing.
Yeah, check that out. I'm still doing that, baby, right there. Woo! Now, this is a funny photo. I'll tell you guys a quick story here. This is before Photoshop was available to everyone. My dad had the habit of throwing my door open to my room and going, "Hey!" Well, he did that, and he snapped this picture, and for years, people thought we Photoshopped this. Ironically, the TV just happened to say, "Take a good look on it."
And how close are you to that TV?
I have old man eyes. Good Lord.
I can see the Nintendo Entertainment System there.
Yeah.
Wow. One of them 400-pound TVs.
Yeah, those took some lifting.
Wow, you made all kinds of belts, eh?
Yeah. I thought I was going to grow up to be Hulk Hogan one day, and then my body said, "You're not going to be 6'8". Okay, now let's get back to the main event, December Lace.
All right, now we're over to December's photos. Talk us through some of these, December.
Can you say again, please?
Talk us through some of these photos. What's happening?
That was when I was in a. It started off with the match with Tracy Brooks. It was going to be a singles match, but then there's a tag team called Seduction and Destruction. They were messing on our turf, so Tracy Brooks and I decided to join forces and destroy them.
Did you win?
And that was during their promo, which I was like, yeah, start talking all your crap. I'm just going to take a load off. And then I got ready to beat people up. That was in Joliet, Illinois.
Did Colt Cabana ever go to your shows?
I've actually never been in the same show with Colt Cabana, as shockingly as that is. Like, you would think that he and I have run into each other because we're both from Chicago, but we've never run into each other. And we're both active wrestlers at the same time, but shockingly, we have never run into each other.
So you said you held the title, right?
I held the Pro Championship Wrestling Women's title for 5 times.
Nice. And how long? What was the longest reign?
And what was 17 months.
Oh, and
that was twice that I did that.
Nice. And your shortest reign?
Yeah. Why would I keep track of that?
I don't know. Just a random question. It's your career. It's your career. Why not?
Champions don't keep track of losses. Shoot.
Yeah, but your losses is what makes someone else win and get known as well, right? Help each other out.
Why would I care what someone else does with that?
Yeah.
I focus on me.
Yeah.
And so should you.
Yeah.
I'm a team player.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I play teams, but whatever.
So you've gone from a few different outfits. Was this red one your most, or your most recent one, or?
No, that was one of the ones that I liked wearing in the wintertime because it kept me warm, because I eventually found a jacket to go with it. I eventually got more outfits to change into, because it like when you are a women's wrestler, I think that there are more options for you, because I didn't contact a seamstress to do my gear. I was lucky enough to go to like a cheerleading outlet, and they had my gear there. So like I was very fortunate in that regard, because gear is expensive, but this is the exact same stuff that that wrestlers wear. So I mean, it's still spandex, glitter, sequins. So I still was able to get my gear and just like make the most of a cheerleading gimmick. Because once I did that for the angle that the promoters wanted, they wanted to keep me in the cheerleader aspect of it, because I asked if they wanted a change, and they're like, no, you just stick with that. But
and was this the best kiss you've ever had, or?
Huh?
Was this the best kiss you ever had, or?
No.
What's going on here? Because I feel like it's you kissing a mirror, but you both got different outfits, so I'm a bit confused.
No, she has the same outfit as mine. It's just my mirror
it's not you.
covering up
I
the
thought you were
outfit.
kissing a mirror.
I am kissing a mirror, but she has the same outfit as me.
Really? Okay, must be different.
I'm kissing the mirror.
We'll move on.
Yes.
But the mirror doesn't kiss back. It's probably the best looking one I ever had.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Look, you're very seductive in your photos. You play.
You're saying I'm not seductive now? How do you not want this?
I mean,
yeah, Zash. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm trying to choose my words correctly here.
Well, you're not doing a very good job of it.
He unmuted himself.
Would you? Okay, he's back on mute. We won't hear. Look at him. He's still talking. Anyway. All right.
I'm just waiting for Valentine to get off of mute and like start attacking everybody. I'm just kind of like watching everything I say. Like, oh, okay, he's not going to snap on us.
He will. Come on.
He will.
Now he won't talk. Back on mute you go.
Well, I try to be tasteful in some of the pictures, because I like taking pictures. I like taking funny ones. I like taking nice ones. I like also taking those, as you can see, because for the fans that buy comics, and for the ones that are interested in working with independent comics or cosplay, and that are fans of the cosplay that I do, I know what they expect and what the expectation is, so I try to suit those needs as well. Hopefully I do a good job of it.
I hear a lot of.
I like having fun though, too.
What's involved in cosplay? Because I hear a lot about it. The kids talk about it. I don't know what the hell it even is. What's cosplay?
It's costuming and playing.
So this is cosplay right here. You're like, I don't know, the Batwoman
so,
or something.
Like, I always played a lot of dress up as a kid, and I play a lot of dress up now, and I don't want to stop playing dress up, and that's what I get to do now is I play dress up. But cosplay, it's like you don't really there's a sense of pride in making your own costumes, and a lot of the time the costumes that cosplayers make aren't like mass produced. So let's say that there's a character that you really like in a video game or a comic book. It's not like a costume that you can readily buy off of like a Halloween store or something like that. Huh?
Go back. Was that Matt Hardy or no?
Yes.
No.
Oh wow!
Really?
That's crazy.
Wow.
Good button.
Yeah. So I was in a tag team match against Matt Hardy and Rebby Sky, his now wife, and that was the only time I ever got to main event. And I was very happy with that match, and that's the outfit that I'm wearing now.
That referee looks like Eugene.
Who looks like Eugene?
That referee.
Oh no, the referee's name is Pat. He's an excellent referee. I was very grateful. That's from the match that I was talking about earlier when I took a Death Valley driver. That's against Mischief.
Ouch.
You guys would remember her. She's from Ring of Honor. She's a hell of a wrestler, one of the best that there is. If you have not seen her work, I highly recommend it. She is fantastic.
Yeah, we never got Ring of Honor up here. Like a lot of like the World Class Championship Wrestling, all the territories we never got. We only got to WWF.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know about Ring of Honor really myself until I was a couple of months into
that
working
definitely
in my own
hurts.
career.
Is that your finish? That definitely hurts for sure.
It's a good back adjustment. She should be grateful. No, it's not.
That's like a scorpion camel clutch lock.
No, my finisher was called the cold shoulder.
Now, how would you perform that? What was the cold shoulder?
It's a reverse stunner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you still practice these moves at home?
Of course. It's not practice.
Yeah.
Neighbors can go down.
I actually do a lot of these wrestling moves on my wife and kids, and they like it. I chuck them on the bed and stuff.
But doing a sharpshooter actually really hurts, like bad. Even like a figure 4 leg lock, like they hurt when they said don't try it at home. Don't try it at home. It actually hurts.
I got a question if anybody knows the answer. ECW was out of Philly. Did the guys from ECW have anything to do with forming Ring of Honor?
No idea.
I don't think so.
They just both happen to be popular and from Philly.
You know what? I don't know about that. I don't think they did, but you'd have to look that one up.
Seems like Philly's a hot spot for wrestling.
It is. It like they were, I think, the capital. They might still be the capital. Someone has labeled Chicago the hotbed of wrestling recently because of CM Punk coming back. But for a while, Philly was the like the capital of wrestling. They like their fans are insane. Like if you get a pop in Philly, that's like, yeah, you should be proud of that.
Well, December and Smash, can we get a face off here? I want to see who's got the biggest guns. Can you both stand up, show your outfits, and flex for me?
Oh man, come on!
December's up for the challenge. We'll go first.
Yeah, let December go first. I'm gonna cause people to
look at
turn
this
the TV off here. Yeah.
All right, now do a move. Do something. Do any move like that you can do on someone. I don't know, clothesline, a body slam, anything.
Body slam what?
What?
Do a wrestling move.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Good God Almighty!
Joker says that he doesn't like taking a suplex.
Aww.
Oh, look at that.
Now his 13th birthday is in 2 days.
Woo!
So he's not gonna take the suplex, but he can take it.
Zash, you got to make a custom dog for her to go with her figure now.
All right, well, let's see what Smash Ventura has for us.
Geez, do I have to stand up?
Yes.
All right.
And the co-hosts are coming next. Okay. Your co-hosts, you've all got to do a wrestling move too.
Yeah, baby.
Oh.
Yeah, take a look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, God. And look at that one.
Settle down. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Look
on the LJN Fight Night podcast.
Oh, yeah.
December looks better.
Okay, Twat, your turn.
No way, man.
Come on.
Definitely. No way, man. Get this camera away from me. Get the camera away from me. I'm not doing nothing.
There it is. Woo! Come on, what you got for us?
I can't move too much. I'm sunburned like a bastard right now.
Come on, there's something.
Rattlesnake, you're dressed to the nines, man. Give us a Razor Ramon.
Here it is. Here it is. Strap in.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Boom.
Yeah, baby.
Oh.
Work it. Work it.
Could barely
there we
fit
go.
in.
Backwards.
Woo. Okay.
And
Now,
there's the Brutus Valentine pose.
You will get nothing out of Brutus.
Come on. Oh, the finger point. Yeah. All right. Guys, you guys are red hot. Red hot.
The best one,
fans watching.
one was definitely Smash Ventura. He killed it, eh? Smash killed it. I was dying of laughter when Smash did it. Oh, man.
Very good.
I was dying, man. Oh, man.
December's eyes are hurting.
Yeah, for more reasons than one.
Man, I'm so sunburned.
Zash, next time I want you to tell me because I'm not wearing a bra. So, I mean, you know.
That was awesome. Oh, guys. Guys, you entertain me.
That was a good laugh, I tell you that.
Absolutely. Well, let's flick through a few messages we got here. Okay. Facebook user, he's smashing another one out. Well, that's going back a little while ago, that comment, I think. So
yeah, that's on the podcast.
Yeah. That's on the what?
The podcast.
I hope the cruise survives the show.
Oh,
Brian Bravington's watching. Cracking show. Welcome December. And where your wig, Brutus? Where's your wig, Brutus? Your wig, Brutus. Do you have a wig?
Am I allowed to talk? Am I allowed to talk? A wig? No, come on, Brian. You know better than anyone. 2 years of lockdown, pretty much on and off. You know, there wasn't much chance to get an actual real haircut.
And he put
mute.
EDP is dying.
Oh, man, yeah.
Oh,
man.
that's no different to every episode.
That was, when Smash did that pose, man, I was dying. I couldn't stop laughing. I was dying. Oh,
December, I love the cave with the arcade machine.
That was the quarantine project. So actually, I do too. I made a vow when I was a youngster to never grow up when I was an adult, and I am sticking to that. But this is actually the combined effort of Brian and myself. Brian did most of the work. He painted and he made like pretty much everything in here, and then we filled it with the goodies. Like our first combined purchase as a couple was the Mortal Kombat arcade.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Wow.
I love the Turtles arcade machine. My friend's got one of them too. It's
Raiden.
a wicked game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
then those ones over there, like the I don't know if I'm pointing to that right. I made those two wall things for him. It's the starting lineup for Mortal Kombat 2, the player list, and then the Turtles arcade.
That's
thing.
awesome.
I got thank you. I got those from Etsy, and I made them into a like a lineup thing for him for Christmas.
Nice.
Well, Jason Frugia, who made that comment, will know that I'm one of the best Street Fighter players on the planet.
Nice.
Street Fighter 2.
I was gonna say Street Fighter 2. It's got to be Street Fighter 2.
Got to be Street Fighter 2. But yeah, no one will beat me at that.
Who gives you that title?
Brian Bravington thinks we're being funny. This is serious, Brian. This is serious.
Here, hang on. I'll turn on the light so you guys can get a better effect. Hang on 1 second.
Smash, do another one. Do another one.
The neon icon. Okay, back to the main event.
A lot of people ask about this. This is my collection basically is the Tomb Raider stuff because that's my hero in life. Besides me, it's Tomb Raider.
I like that Lara Croft picture you showed earlier.
That's wicked.
But yeah, there's Spyro, and thank you. But yeah, so we both are big video gamers and big pop culture people, as you could probably tell. Like pretty much every wrestler is. I think that everybody that wrestles has at some time gotten into Mario or Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, Turtles. That's a really good opening question if you want to talk to a wrestler. Is like, hey, what video game do you play, or like, what comic book do you like?
Right. What did you think
they are
about
all
Alicia?
like that.
What did you think about Alicia Vikander's movie?
You know what? I love the puzzles in it. I thought that they did a really good job with the puzzles. That was what I was more fixated on. I didn't. That wouldn't really. I thought that she was a really good actress. That wouldn't really have been my first choice because I thought that she looked so young as Lara Croft. Like when I think of Lara Croft, I think of someone that's like upper 20s, early 30s, and she looked like 17, like 23 tops. So I was looking for more the like like for me Tomb Raider was like kind of the last fun action movie, and I was like, Angelina just nailed it. It was you played Pong. All right.
You just watch the white little ball go back and forth, man.
Bruce gets this, that's what Bruce talks as he writes on a piece of paper now. He gets 3-4 words.
Even that echoed.
I'm like not gonna answer any more questions because I think I'm gonna get trolled.
No, I just I get trolled.
December, that's why they had me on, so that I would draw the attention away. The follow me, trolls.
I don't think she was bad in any circumstance of the word. I just like I would have picked someone else. I thought the movie was good.
Look at Brutus. I know we know the game Pong.
You know, I forgot how incredibly charismatic Brutus Valentine is. Here's my Brutus Valentine impression.
I think you guys need to stop making fun of him right now.
He's gonna hearing me talk.
He's dead.
Your illusion is collapsing around you, Smash.
I know, I'm horrible.
No, literally, your illusion is collapsing around you.
Well, you have a green screen on the back of your chair?
Yeah, see, I just kind of throw this up for you guys, but you know, December inspired me, so like
your arm's disappearing too.
I feel like I'm eating mushrooms.
Whoa, check that out. All right, December inspired me, so here's the.
Oh, now you're flexing.
Yeah, see,
that's the flex.
There we go.
What's your address again?
They stay standing. I'd knock that for sure. They'd go down like dominoes.
Yeah,
I'll tell you. Well, you know what's funny is that Jake the Snake has got see-through pants. Apparently, check that out.
Imagine my kids would have a field day with that if they saw it. They
Oh,
would.
you got the garbage pail kid, Andre.
That's right.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, the missus decided I needed to get back into He-Man's again. God bless her. So I got
Skeletor.
Look at what it did to Skeletor's face.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello, Zashman. You cannot see through my face. Well, yes, you can.
Welcome to the LJN podcast.
All right, now do a He-Man voice.
Skeletor, I am jealous of your fluffy shorts because you have bigger bones than I do.
No, he's got a more girly voice than that. Way more girly voice than that.
Okay.
What's going on?
Back to December. There we go. No one tuned in to see my face or my crotch. So
you look even better now. You put the light on, December.
So what's
I am the light.
Woo!
Those figures behind it, I guess, on the ledge. What are those?
Those are Mortal Kombat. Those are the the Todd McFarlane Mortal Kombat.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So is this like a cave for you and the husband, December? You guys hang out, play video games and stuff?
He is my boyfriend, and he he likes to play video games as much as me. So we will hang out there occasionally. Usually
Awesome.
we're in front of the TV watching like Twilight Zone or we'll watch Dateline or Beyond Belief.
Awesome.
Or wrestling. Yeah, like we still watch a lot of wrestling. He and I. He's a former wrestler too, which I love.
Right, you had mentioned that to me. You mentioned Twilight Zone. What was your favorite episode, just off the top of your head?
You know, a lot of people might not know this one. It's called Number 12 Looks Just Like You, and it's about in the future where everybody has to look like everyone else. So you pick a body type like out of this lineup, and it's really this philosophical conversation about like they have a drink also called Instant Smile, where everybody's happy and it's the future, and like you just pick out a body type where like everyone has like a perfect body and no one really talks about like how they feel. Like there's a plain looking girl, there's nothing, you know, there's nothing wrong with her. She's very intelligent, and she's like she's trying to talk to her mom. She's like, hey, you know, your first husband, my dad, killed himself because he couldn't take this. This is terrible, the society that we live in, how everybody's forced to look the same way and be happy all the time. And we kind of hold ourselves to that standard here, like all these fashion magazines, and how we're putting this unfair pressure on ourselves to look like these photoshopped people that don't even look like this themselves. And this episode talks about that. And it's like in the 60s, they were so on pulse about that in something that's happening now. It's something in the 90s that was happening. And then the episode is just, like, it just really hit home with me. And I thought it was a really good episode. And if anyone else wants to watch it, it's on Netflix. And then there are so many good ones, though. So like Time Enough at Last is also a good one. So Burgess Meredith. People usually tell me that I'm Burgess Meredith in that because I'm a huge reader. So Family Guy has already referenced that. I've got so many that I watch. There's so many good ones. Even the new Twilight Zone episodes are very good. They're not the original ones, obviously, but if anybody wants to watch them, they are very good.
There's something on the wing.
There's someone on the wing. Some thing. Actually, that episode was written by my favorite author, Richard Matheson. And if anybody is familiar with him, he's written the book that Somewhere in Time is based off of. He's also written I Am Legend, which I haven't seen the Will Smith version, but the Vincent Price Last Man on Earth is based off of that. So it is a very good book. Yes, I see you. He's also written What Dreams May Come, which is one of my favorite books, and it's so good. If anybody wants to read that.
I think I'm off mute for a moment. The Amiga Man, the Charlton Heston version, was on TV just last week over here. And in fact, down in Australia, it was actually a first run. Boom, boom.
I heard half of that. Could you repeat like the last half?
The Amiga Man, the Charlton Heston version of I Am Legend was on last week down here on TV in Australia.
What'd you think of it?
Oh, I'd seen it before. Oh, no, sorry, that ruins the joke. The joke was it was a first run down here because we're so far behind. It's interesting. Films from that era have a sense of space and time, which we don't have now, where directors were more auteurs and they would open up the camera and let the action play into the camera rather than follow the action around with the camera. And that's a bit like what indie wrestling does as well. Instead of shoving the narrative straight down someone's throat, they open it up. So some of your photography, I didn't have a chance to talk. And Rob Myers, a lot of his work I looked at when Zash was putting the figure together. But you on the ropes, just reclining, I mean, that's a moment in time. So you're in no hurry for everything else to happen. And that's a good way to start drawing at your future foe doing it that way. So I just wanted to say that, but Zash will mute me now.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sure that Rob would appreciate that too. He's been my partner in crime for I think like 12 years now. We've been really I think we've both been really lucky to have a good solid friendship and working partnership with photography. He lives about an hour and a half away from me. He's another state away, but we try to collaborate as much as we can. The weather in Chicago sucks. And so it does too in Wisconsin, but like that's like one of the things that keeps us away. But whenever we get together, we try to get the most out of shooting that we can. But whenever I need a shot done, like he knows that I call him first because I'm just like, you've been with me this whole time, and like it's like one of those things with comics. Like I want other people to get their names out there, and I want like everybody to see how good they are, and I want them to have a good like working relationship with them too. Like I'm all about sharing the love. Like if you love something, like tell other people about it. Like just share that feeling. Let someone else like get high off of that by saying hi. Get high by saying hi.
Because the way communication happens now, no one comes across anyone, especially an indie performer of any type. No one finds them by accident now. There's just too much competition, too much noise, and you'll Smash, and when you were both talking about the Twilight Zone one, so many people now are so expert at promoting themselves, and the guy who's just sitting above you is the opposite to that, for instance, the Texas rattlesnake. And so it's really good to hear your approach to things about, bringing other people along, mentioning them, giving credit to their work. And so it's the only way you can survive what is now an ego-driven world.
Well, I think that it was kind of like that before, like in ego-driven world, and I kind of saw that growing up a little bit, and I really just didn't like it so much. Go figure my character. Like I just really didn't like that. I'm just seeing that all the time. I'm like, why wouldn't you want this for someone else? Like, I don't care if I would have to take a side view or a back seat to somebody else having a good time. Like if somebody did awesome work and they should be front and center, let them celebrate a little bit. Like Rob does amazing work and hell yeah, I want him out there. Like, why wouldn't I? He's my friend. He does a great job. And that never occurred to me to just not give someone credit for that. Like to me, and this is in our world too, like somebody else that takes an artist's ideas and just doesn't promote that just really sucks. And other artists, like they don't get work because of that. Like, or if someone puts their name on something or just doesn't give them credit for it, like I'm really big into making sure that they get recognized, especially with the pandemic going on. So that's kind of what happened. Like how I kind of fell into comics is I just saw stuff that I liked. I put the artist name on it, make sure that they got the credit that they deserve. Cause it's like, I want people to know where to go if they want to see more awesome stuff by this person. It makes it easier. And then that way they don't have to hit me up too all the time because the information is right there. It's just me being lazy and not wanting emails, I guess. But yeah. It's just hit up this artist. This is what I saw. I loved it. I thought that you guys might too. And here they are. And then it became this thing like, oh my God, that's so awesome. This is a promoting thing. And it was just really me doing December things. It's like, no, this is a really good place. I admit that I'm a huge enthusiast about things. So it's like, it's never like a 6 with me. It's either like a -1 or an 11 out of 10. So it's like, oh, this sucks. I can't handle it. I'm going to throw a tantrum. Or it's like, oh my God, you guys would not believe this lasagna. It's amazing. It changed my life. You got to hear about it. No, it's me being me. But yeah, so for example, Shannon Mayer, awesome artist. He has a new cover that goes on sale at the Comic Mint 5/6 tomorrow. And it's Death Dealer from Frank Frazetta. So that will be available. He doesn't know that I'm plugging that. I shared that out. That's like it's just the one that's most recent in my mind. But Shannon is an amazing person. He was actually him and Becky. They were at C2E2, like the one before the pandemic that I was able to go to. They ended up being like the best part of C2E2 because they're like some of the most genuine people and they're super nice. And I honestly want them to succeed because not only is Shannon just like an incredible master of art, but he's also like one of the kindest human beings ever. And Becky is killing it in coloring. So her coloring is just, she's doing so well. She worked this entire time during the pandemic on like just starting from the ground up. So anyway, that's so tirade over, but yeah, promote what you love. Hitting a share button takes 2 seconds and it makes someone's day like so much easier.
Zash, if I can chime in on that, December's so right. I've been blessed with the stuff that I do to be able to involve like you guys. And then there's Jason Nupp, who has his own YouTube channel. There's Jason Wolf, who did the artwork recently for my phony fake rock band, the Scumbags. And, you get a chance to meet these really great, and Bruce Valentine, who made that book that I love, the other book that I love deeply.
This is Jason's work on Grenville's Hasbook. That's
yes, that's right. But December's so right because you meet all these other great creative people, and I can't help but get excited by their creativity. And I just want to take everyone. I don't have broad shoulders, but take everyone and be like, let's all get up the hill.
Yeah, that's right. But also, speaking of fellow artists, the two guys above you there, December in the Texas Rattlesnake and DDP, are two fantastic customizers as well. So I want to put out a challenge to them to also do a December figure and a Smash Ventura figure.
Oh,
they're like, no, don't make me do this, please. Like, I don't want to.
I would laugh the whole time making a Smash Ventura. I wouldn't know. But
I've actually been wanting to add a lot more females to my arsenal.
Yeah.
I've got like 200 customs. 2 of them are women.
Well, December is now in the Elite Custom Figures group, so I want to see a few more December figures made. I want to see a few Smash Ventura figures made because he's a wrestler. Look at him. We've seen him flexing. So
you do. You put his head on a Vince McMahon body.
Vince McMahon
as the announcer, because he was especially commentating, right? When he was
a wrestler. Make him a wrestler.
That's it, Duarte. You're fired.
All right, boys, are we on?
Don't tear the quad.
Mr. Sacco.
Oh, Mr. Sacco.
Are we doing the December figure? Yes or no?
Yeah, you have the head or no?
This head. I can send you one of them heads. Yeah, I can send you
both.
Guys, we cannot talk about if I give head on the air. Secondly, don't put them on the spot like that.
Yeah, Zash.
Like I'm here.
Way to go, Zash. Okay, I dare you to make a December figure and a Smash
Ventura. I don't think I ever made a
Smash who?
I guarantee there'll be more December figures made, and the Texas Rattlesnake will definitely be calling.
Texas Rattlesnake is like, I'm leaving this conversation. I can't do this. This is like not no.
Oh, he loves making customs. He loves it.
Since December
broke the ice. Did you hear him? He's like, I got like 400 figures.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
that was pretty much the end of that sentence too. He's like,
wants to add more females to his arsenal.
I need a lot more female. I need Martell. I will do a December.
There you
After
go.
this podcast, I'm a huge fan.
You know what?
Bruce wants to say something because he's laughing there.
Oh, sorry. I just said Kevin in his magnificent accent. He said, I need a lot more females.
In his arsenal.
And it actually reminded me of a post on one of the forums once where a guy says, I'm looking for loose women wrestlers cheap.
Is this not Craigslist? Looking for more females.
Found one.
Hey, what did you say about Death Dealer?
Oh, so Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer goes on sale tomorrow at the Comic Mint. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern, and there's a cover by Shannon Mayer, and it looks incredible. I put it on my site.
I'm a huge Glenn Danzig fan, and he's got something to do with Death Dealer.
I don't know if it's him, but have you seen his movie? Because I love that movie.
Which one?
Veronica.
I guess not. No, but I'll look into it.
Not.
You have not seen this.
Mm.
Do you have Shudder?
I can get it.
Okay. If you love Danzig, did you know that Danzig he wrote and directed his own movie?
Mm.
Oh, you're okay. They had a screening of this in Chicago. You, sir, are in for a treat. First of all, you need to walk in expecting nothing, so don't watch the trailer. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe watch the trailer. I don't know. Have you guys seen this?
No,
I haven't.
Veronica?
No, it's Vampirotica.
Oh, Vampirotica.
No.
Okay. I will check that out.
I'll check it out.
Have you guys seen The Room with Tommy Wiseau?
Nope.
Oh, the room
Yeah.
where they're locked in there for years and years.
No. This is the room with Tommy Wiseau. Like, oh hi, Mark.
Brutus is Googling it right now. Look at him looking up.
Yeah.
Sound like an expert. He's going to go, yeah,
this is the room the disaster artist is based off of.
He's going to unmute himself, say something. Mute.
Then he'll pop on and try and be an expert and be like,
Yeah. Oh, yes. 2021 Arista Aramark Production Studios.
You know what? Can I take just a quick second, Zash, to call you a freaking prick? You announced I want people to make figures of December and Smash Ventura. I lose that bet every day of the week, Daddy. The hell you doing? They don't. I got news for you. They don't want to handle a figure of me. Okay, check out that. Yeah.
I love you, Naughty Fairies. I love you, Haley. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got the OG Michael Jackson jacket.
Oh, here we go. We've had a couple of comments from Naughty Fairies. Is this Naughty Fairies? Hi, December.
That is Naughty Fairies, and they're the ones that have my first comic ever that I am cosplaying on. The first issue that I ever did a cosplay on.
Wonderful.
My first and second, and then Haley. Yeah, Haley is from Australia, so she's like, "Oh my god, I can actually watch the show at a decent hour."
Awesome.
Yeah, Haley.
Yeah.
Is she Sydney, Melbourne? Where's she from?
I think she's like right outside. Are you right outside Melbourne, Haley? I forget. I know that you told me once before. I want to say like by Victoria. Am I getting that wrong and embarrassing myself? I don't remember. I remember when Puppy went on her journey. I had to know where you were. Yeah, Melbourne. Yeah, Melbourne.
Oh, there she is, a Melbourneite.
You guys should know Haley because Haley is a cosplayer also. She's a phenomenal cosplayer. She plays the violin, and she's amazing at it. And she's a model as well, and she models like crazy, like leather badass spikes. She looks amazing. You should see her work.
Nice.
Yeah.
You live near you, Brutus. You're Melbourne, aren't you?
Yes, Melbourne, of course. Right. I just had to unmute myself. I'm just looking at Haley's Instagram profile. So.
Oh God, he's already stalking her.
Haley. He's not gonna like stalk you. Haley actually does get stalkers like I do, but she's funny when she deals with them.
Yeah, no, she's harmless.
Look, that's extremely unfair.
Haley, hey, girl, hey. You message me yet? Hey.
Yeah,
These are dramatic reenactments of messages that we get from stalkers.
That's an interesting question, December. I got my own little quick story, but what's the strangest stalker you ever had?
Oh God,
the strangest one?
Black shirt with a gray and green stripe.
Why did you zoom in on him? You know what? Most of the time, people are pretty respectful.
Yeah.
There was one time that a guy was mad at me because I wouldn't sell him my socks, and I'm not judging. I just like I wouldn't do it because I didn't want to end up on Dateline. Because no, like seriously, like I really don't judge people like the foot fetish people. I'll more power to them. I don't care what you do. That's cool. But I wouldn't sell him my socks because I didn't want him to like put them in a crime scene or something and have people like detect me or something and put me to a crime that I didn't commit or whatever. Right. So I told him that I wouldn't sell him them, but he kept going, like he kept messaging me for like a decade about it. So he kept going and eventually, because I told him like, hey, I said 10 years ago I wouldn't sell you my socks. I'm still saying I'm not going to sell them to you. Please don't ask me again. And I was nice about it.
I'd sell him my socks. What's he offering?
What's he offering?
I'll sell him my socks. I'll wear them for a whole week if he wants and sell them to him. What's he offering?
Well, some people have told me that, but I'm just like, and the other thing is like it bothers like family members and stuff too. Like they were very like, don't do that. Like it's yeah, like every single guy that I have told the story to, every single one is like, sell him your socks.
Damn straight.
And I'm just like,
what, your ring gear socks?
No, they were just like socks.
Your regular socks you wear day to day. Okay, that's messed up.
But I told you I don't want to end up in a crime scene.
No, for a second, I thought you were talking about your ring gear. Then I can see why someone would want it.
Some of them do want that.
Like but like your ring gear could be for memorabilia, but like you're just.
Well, I have sold my ring gear.
Okay, yeah, that's
my actual outfit. That I have sold that, and that's well, not really sold. I gave that because that was actually Jeff wanted that. Because he has a collection of ring gear from other people. Yeah. I actually donated mine to him because he wanted it. So I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool that you want it. So he had me write ring worn on there. And then he displays it with like, he's got Marlena, Beautiful People. He's got one, I think, not Honky Tonk Man. I think Brutus Barber Beefcake is one of them. He's got a collection of like a lot of people. I was honored. I'm like, you have all these people and you want my stuff? Like, that is awesome. But it's the whole outfit. It's not socks. It's not anything. It's like the outfit.
He didn't get the socks? Because he could have sold your socks to the other fella.
Yeah. So like there's no socks though. It's like my cheerleading outfit, like the shirt and the skirt. So it's like there's no socks in it. So anyways, like he wrote me back after I told him, no, please don't ask about the socks. I'm not going to sell them to you. He wrote back that I never made it in wrestling, that I was never going to make it, that I was like this bad person. He like went off on me. It was like some bad stuff. And he was like, you're never going to amount to anything. You never did amount to anything. It just like, I would still have it if he didn't block himself from me. But it was just like this really trying to like crush stuff, like really crushing stuff. Like after a day or so I was okay again, but I'm like, you're telling me that I never made it in WWE when I never sent my tapes in. This is a job I never applied for. I'm like, you can't really get me on, like, this is like telling me like, oh, you never made it to a job that you never asked to be hired for. So I'm like, I do consider myself successful because I still have fans that every now and then write to me.
Don't get offended. It's a sock guy. Don't get offended.
Well, it's not that. Like I treat everybody the same. It's like his value as a person doesn't like depreciate because like I feel insulted by something. It's just like if you're gonna come at me with something, think of something a little bit more creative because telling me that I didn't get picked up from a company that I never wanted to work for, like that's kind of silly.
Right.
You know,
like there are girls that sent in tapes working with me to get hired, and they did get hired. So I'm doing something right.
Brutus's sock is attacking him. Brutus's sock is attacking him.
For your sock.
You know, you should have done. You should have bought a pair of socks at the dollar store and sold it for $50. That's what I would have done.
There are many people that have told me that too. Yeah. But like again, like I don't do that. Like I can't.
Right.
Do that.
You should have sold it for $100. Best investment ever.
Well, see,
it's not about the socks. It's about the unwanted attention that someone is putting upon someone over many years.
Right.
The sock is just the fetishized item. It's
put your socks back on, Brutus.
But I thought he was just starting to get really into the sock story. Then I thought I'd put the screen on him and he disappeared.
He's taking off his socks for the story.
Is that a story or is he reading the police report?
Wait a minute, Zash. Zash, I didn't get the memo. We're taking stuff off. Okay.
Don't stop on my account, Smash. Keep going, mate.
Yeah, you would like me to do that. You've been checking me out for years, man, but you know, it's okay.
There's a reason why we're so far apart on the screen, Smash.
I know. You're getting warm up there, aren't you, Zash?
I certainly am.
Zash has been holding in the insults like this whole time. He's like, all right, I'm getting ready now.
Now
that Valentine's slowing down, I'm heating up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I asked you that, December, because I really haven't dealt with anything like that up until the Smash era of my life, and it's weird. There's this.
What is the Smash era? Define the year span, because like
Like when I started as
Are
Smash?
you doing a best of era? Like, is there a reunion tour? Like,
No. I was like in pro radio for a long time, and then I got burned out. And my wife, God bless her, she pulled me aside. She goes, "Honey, they're making you hate something you love. You gotta change it up a little bit."
Yeah.
And I got into radio because of Robin Williams' performance in Good Morning Vietnam. Like I didn't know where I fit in this world until I saw that movie, and then I'm like, that's how I fit. Not to say I'm anywhere near Robin Williams, but long story short, that inspired me. And then, of course, my name is my tribute to my love of old school wrestling, Demolition Smash and Jesse Ventura. And, one day I just decided, you know what? I'm going to be a giant eyeball. No, I'm going to embrace all the stuff that, long story short, the kids in school used to pick on me about. I'm just going to embrace it because that's who I am. And so that began the Smash Ventura era of my life where I'm doing my own thing and I'm happy with it. But long story short, so when I started being Smash, all of a sudden I started getting this weird following where, how do I put this? I'll just say it. So random listeners of the radio show would start sending me boob pics. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell would this happen now? I'm a happily married guy. When I was in high school, not only was I deep in the friend zone, I was the executive vice president of the friend zone. I got to hear about all my friends' stupid boyfriends. And geez, Smash, why are they such jerks? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, long story longer. No, to button it up, though, the Smash era of my life is just... I call it that because it's been the best years of my existence. So I'm doing what I love, and I get to meet people like these guys here, and December Lace when she's not hitting me with a steel chair.
I have never attempted to endorse or have any violence against you.
Well, I'll still duck under my desk on my show. I got okay. There we go.
No, the eyeball thing.
Eyeball.
No, but that's really good because I understand what it's like to have something that you initially love, like you have like really bad feelings toward it, like you grow to hate it, and that's good that you find your place with something that you have passion.
Well, you got to recycle the negatives into positives. The whole scumbag band idea. I have no musical talent at all, but I thought it'd be great to do music videos of me lip syncing and acting like a cheese ball.
Well, neither do half the bands out there now, but you don't see them stopping.
But that whole idea came from someone trying to tear me down, like the guy you were describing. It's like, oh, you're nobody, you're nothing, you're a scumbag, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to turn that into a rock band, and then I'm going to kick ass doing that too.
Well, we're going to wrap up the last few questions and find out some finishing things about you guys. But Haley Supple was asking Miss December, what was your signature move, and could you still do it nowadays, or can you even show us?
Yeah, it's a reverse stunner. So I mean, I could show it to you, but really, it's just easier to imagine Stone Cold, but facing the opponent. It's called the cold shoulder. And where's Joker? Come here, Joker.
I got a couple of figures, December. Would it look like something like this, maybe?
Let's see.
Like
on my right shoulder.
Okay, so like, hold on here. Something like this.
Yep, pretty much.
There we go.
There's also many matches of mine on YouTube available for free, so you can check those out, and I do them in a few of them. Haley, I'll try to find one that has them, and I can send that to you if you want to see it.
What's your name on Instagram so we can go hit a follow?
At the Miss December.
Gotcha.
That's for my Twitter and my OnlyFans as well. OnlyFans has my cosplay on it, like different shots of that. So I'm not going to break up your relationship or your bank account. So nobody's going to get in trouble for looking at that. People hear OnlyFans and they're like, oh my God. It's like, no, it's not. It's not anything like that. I'm not going to get you in trouble or anything.
It's not won't chaka chaka.
No, they're very tasteful pictures. It's nothing that my my like 7-year-old self would be disappointed in me with. So
there you go.
December, what was your favorite match?
Wendy, thank you for asking. My favorite match with me, or my favorite match with like witnessing someone else do?
Your match.
My match.
About you. Of course we are December. It's you we're talking about.
Of course. Probably I had a no disqualification match with the Angel at PCW. I loved having that match. It was the first time that I kind of got a little bit more creativity in terms of what I got to do. And it was something that I really pushed for like the emphasis to be on my opponent, because she was my 17-month reign as champion was going to end, and I wanted that to go out in a spectacular fashion. So it was a no disqualification match, and it was pretty cool.
How many titles did you hold?
I think 2, because there was one of them in Iowa that I held. And then I had the Pro Championship Wrestling Women's title. But yeah, that seems right. I think 2. And then the one that I held like at a combined time of probably like 3.5 years.
Brilliant. Like, well, we've had plenty of questions. Smash, just over to you to finish up as well. Can you tell us a bit about your show and where people can catch it?
Well, real quick, there's the radio show that put me on the map. We're living in the 1980s. You can hear that every Sunday night on star1079.com at 8 p.m. And there's my good friend Teresa Garrett, who has the 80s Revolution radio program. She's on at 7 p.m. Sunday nights before me. So both those shows are great. YouTube, the YouTube channel is named the same as the radio show. We're living in the 1980s on YouTube. And there you'll find all my video exploits, including Smash Ventura TV. So, or you could just type Smash Ventura in the Google machine and find everything, including the time I was showing my Smurf in Vegas.
And I highly recommend you guys go and check it out. Very entertaining stuff. Smash Ventura, the lovely December. We want to thank you for coming on today. We've had a great show, a long show. It's 30 minutes more than we usually do, but you know what? People have stuck with us. They've watched it. They've been entertained. And I want to thank you guys for coming on and thank the viewers for watching.
Thank you to our guests. Yeah. Now I'm muted.
I finally got something this week I've been wanting for a long time.
Bragging that they went 30 minutes longer than expected.
I finally found what I've been looking for a while. Blue Bloods. Robert Eaton and Lord Steven Regal.
Woo!
Hard as hell to find.
I want pictures of those, please. I'm a huge Regal fan.
Bloody brilliant.
I've got the OSTM tag team still in pack, which I had to import over from New York in about 1997. But anyway, that's good to see.
All right, guys, thanks for coming on. Thanks for everyone watching. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.